A zombie stole all of my armor, and he may have despawned. No, there he is! It's the baby of death! No! Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're here at the Scarlandia project, which we are starting today, which is, of course, my base, which we've been planning for quite some time. But we're taking a break from the community project to finally get the start to this project, which I cannot be more excited about. As you can see, there are some giant pillars reaching up to the sky, and that is the perimeter of the city, and that's what we're going to be working on today, and of course the layout of the road. So let's take a land here right by all these delightful cats. There we go. Ooh, that was very graceful. So welcome, and like I mentioned before, we've been working really hard towards getting to this point where we can start working on our beautiful sci-fi city. So if you're as excited as I am to start this project, hit that like button and let's get going. So, hi cats, how are you guys all doing today? Doing good? Awesome, I'm very glad of that. So, you might be wondering, Scout, what are you gonna do with your delightful little hobbit hole down here? Well, let me tell you about that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna actually keep this for now. So we're actually gonna be removing a lot of the mountains and all the trees and different things along those lines today in this area. But this little tiny little hill that our hobbit hole sits upon is actually gonna be saved, and think of it as Carl's house from Up, just kind of sandwiched in between the skyscrapers. That's kind of what we're gonna do. We're gonna carve it all out, get some layouts and different things like that set up today, and then this little hill will just kind of be poking out from the top, which I think will be actually pretty funny. Anyway, so what we need to do is we need to go over to the Big Dig site, hashtag never forget the Big Dig, and we need to get some stone because there are plenty of stone over there that we can use, of course, for our layout. We need about 856 blocks, actually very precisely, for our perimeter. So the perimeter, you might be asking, Scar, what is this? Well, I have no clue. Well, let me tell you, the perimeter is going to be the monorail. That is right. We're actually going to have a beautiful, aesthetically beautiful monorail that doesn't really move. It just has like giant, cars and big track, but also embedded within it will be actual minecart tracks, so we can actually ride on the monorail, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, very, very excited about that. And I'm really excited. I think this is actually going to be something really, really cool that we can come back to in the future at this episode and kind of look out over this entire landscape and was like, how could it even have looked like that? The amount of change we're going to bring to the land is going to be absolutely stunning. So let's head over to the Big Dig site and get ourselves some extra stone. Welcome to the Big Dig site, and of course our last episode here on Hermitcraft, we removed the ceiling, revealing the dome, and we also built these beautiful columns that go up on all the sides here. So let's take a land here. As you can see, we have those columns built up, and of course there's much more work to do, like build, the vertical pieces to our support structure. And of course at the top of the tree, we need to expand it out so it's a bigger canopy, more branches, much bigger branches, things along those lines. Also incorporate much more detail into them, get the more acacia, get some of our spiralized color built into it. I think it'll look really nice. Down at the bottom, as you can see, the root structure is ever growing outwards, which is really awesome. Also, this gives us some inspiration here for what we're going to do as the ground cover, which is like underground rivers, maybe even incorporate a little dirt into it. I think might look really nice. Got Bob the Creeper building inspector down there, keeping an eye on everything, which is awesome. So yeah, this has been really fun, but I kind of need to take a break. I need to take a little break, kind of refresh my mind, get a little bit more fresh air, if you will. And of course, the slimes. I'm so tired of the slimes. We got to take a little break. So yeah, that's why we're going to go work on our base for a little bit. This will, help us kind of refresh a little bit. Let us kind of draw upon some other areas for inspiration. Let it kind of sither in the back of the brain. And geez, see, this is why. Wow, it's really laggy. What happened? Everything's frozen. Oh no, no. What the heck just happened? Oh my gosh, the lag today is so bad. I was like, why is everything frozen? Speaking of tragedies and deaths and things along those lines, I need to go reenact something for you. You may have saw it on Twitter, and the only best way of explaining it is via a Scar reenactment. Would you like to know what really makes Scar sad? Do you really want to know? Well, I'll tell you. Dying via cactus. That is right. My death via cactus is now well known on Twitters, and there are a lot of people wondering how this happened, so I feel like it's time for a little story time with Scar. Would you guys be up for just a quick story time with Scar? Are we good? Awesome, perfect. Also, I'd love it if you guys shared with me your worst Minecraft death. Hashtag worst Minecraft death in the comments. I want to know what it is. So let's get into story time with Scar. So it was late at night. I was coming home from the community build and I was flying through the clouds and I was out of rockets, just like today, completely out of rockets. And I see some creepers over in this area. So I take a land over here and I make my slow approach to the creepers. I whip out my sword of justice, which of course is the wheelchair armrest, and I start swiping. The first creeper here, there's two behind it, and I take my first swipe. It hits him. He's thrust up into the air, but freezes in midair. And I'm like, oh no, what's going on? I check the scoreboard and I have 2 bars and I'm like, oh no, he blows, taking me down quite a few hearts, and the additional ones go off also. I'm hurting bad. There's some skeletons over there shooting little artillery shots. I try to make a daring escape, but what I find is a witch to my right. I avoid the witch. I take a turn here. Inside this area right here, it was full of zombies. That is right. It was a horde slowly making their way through the sugarcane. Out in the distance, I could hear the faint cries of Carl, Carl. And I knew this was going to be bad. Very, very bad. So I make a daring hit. I take out one of them and they surround me. They surround me and I'm getting hit left and right. I'm down to like 2 to 3 or so of the hearts. I see this field over here and I thought, you know what? Maybe I could take refuge in here. So I run through here. I swipe this cactus like that and I lose a heart. I'm down to like 1.5 hearts or something like that. I get in here. One of them's behind me. I turn around and I bump into this cactus and bump one more time as I like back up from the pain into let's see, I guess this one here. Boom. I'm dead. Lost all of my contents onto the floor and I lose my shoes. I lose one of my brand new pickaxes, which was fully enchanted, had all the best enchants on it. And of course, now I'm using some hand-me-down shoes, which are just hideous. I did find some mending, so I'll combine those, so that'll be awesome. But yeah, that is my tragic death via cactus. So yeah, that's a thing. So let's bring up that one more time. Good times with Scar, died by cactus, whilst, and that's important to mention, whilst escaping a zombie. That is story time with Scar. Let's put all the death behind us and get going with today's episode. Now, this is a quick little sketch that I threw together on the second day the server was up for season 5. I was stuck in the hospital for an infusion and I was like, I want to play Minecraft. So I started sketching out different things. Now, this is what I'm going to stick with. Now, the little circle going around, that's the monorail track, which we're going to work on. A really basic perimeter that we will use for the general layout of the entire build. I think it's gonna be awesome. Now the roadways are crisscrossing there, as you can see, and then the skyscrapers are dotted about. Now this other image right here is something I want to do later on, and that's a little gondola that goes up the side of a mountain to a modern house, which it sounds super amazing. So we're definitely gonna get to that eventually when we start building the mountains. And all of these cats are just staring at us. That's not creepy at all. All right, so I've been getting all sorts of supplies ready to go. So I've got a bunch of iron donated by the wonderful Azuma and the cub of fan. So we got that set up. 2 more beacons ready to roll. Now let's take these guys, because the brown ones here are going to be for logs and different things that we chop down in a moment. Green is of course for leaves, and then these boxes are all the perimeter stone that we are going to use for the monorail track. Now we're gonna hold the entire, platform that we're gonna level today at about 70. So 2 blocks below this. Now, of course, we are gonna leave Carl's up house here, which we're calling it, in the center for a little while till we get all of our survival stuff relocated at the moment. So wish me luck here. Let's have a little honorary steak before every flight, and away we go. Can we fly? Oh, we can. Wow. That's pretty good. So let's fly over here. Now these perimeters are all set up and ready to roll, of course, for the length or the diameter of the entire circle. Now this little river here, I've got plans for that. We're actually going to cover a lot of it up, but oh boy, do I ever have some plans. Now, this area is going to be the places that we're going to have to excavate all this land, this big mountain over here. And it's just like pennies compared to what we've worked on in the Hermitcraft basement area. But this is where we're going to definitely start over here. So let's pull up our coordinates once again, and we'll take a quick little land here. So, okay, so we're not gonna have to do too much. Like I said, we're gonna have the Y at about 70. So from this block, we're gonna wipe out this entire mountain, and generally all of the trees have to go because I need all of the leaves. All of the leaves need to be taken so that we can use it for our green modern city. So I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. So this course has gotta go, and yeah, whew, this is going to be a big project, so buckle up, my friends. Keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times, because this is super fast build mode. Welcome back, and I have had a problem here, my friends. A zombie stole all of my armor, and he may have despawned. No, there he is! It's the baby of death! No! That baby's got all of my armor. It's got my sword. It's the most powerful zombie of them all. What am I gonna do? I don't want all my good stuff to despawn. I'm gonna point out here, I've died 4 times trying to get this thing. I've run out of stuff. I've only got 1 pair of pants left, and it looks okay. That's, you know what? That's not a bad sword. That's not a bad sword. Things are looking up here, guys. Things are looking up. Oh, jeez, that's Cub. Oh my gosh, he's got the evil head. All right, the wonderful Cub fan in his evil little mask has helped me out by giving me some temporary armor here, and we're gonna go to war here. Look at him, and showing off here as I'm just grounded here as the baby zombie has stolen all of my stuff. So what happened was I was just going around cutting down trees, and it turns out I guess there's a spawner back there, and they were packed in there with, oh, there he is, there he is. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Look. Oh my gosh. Here he comes! Here he comes! No, 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 no! He's evil! Oh, no, 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 yes! Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, I gotta get all of my stuff. I gotta get all of my stuff. There we go. We get that one. All right, there it is. There it is. There is all my stuff. This is probably half of what I actually had because, oh man. Okay, looks like grab that. Grab my torches. I want my apples. I can't not have my apples. That would just make me sad. Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, big thank you to Cub as always. Okay, there's my pants again. There's my pants. Oh man, like I said, guys, huge thank you to Cub fan. Go to his Twitter right now. You got to go to Cub fan's Twitter and go hashtag scars saving light. Hashtag scars saving light. All right, guys, let's hit that time lapse one more time. end of super fast build mode, and we have the area pretty well cleared out of all the land and of course the trees, so we can start building our roads and our circular monorail and of course our skyscrapers touching the clouds, which are going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, this little island down here has definitely got to go eventually, but like I said before, it's a little island. We're going to keep it for now, but I think it's going to work out if we start building our perimeter here. Now once we start flying around a little bit, I want to show you some of the work we actually have been doing. But one thing I have determined is I'm going to move the walkway, or the kind of a perimeter that we're going to build, from 70 to 75, somewhere about right there. That will allow us to do a little less work in terms of taking down the land, which is going to make life quite a bit easier. So let's take a quick little fly here. And that's going to allow us something else, kind of a awesome little byproduct that I wasn't anticipating. Let's let this world generate it for us a little bit. Come on, can I get a little pop? There we go. So down in this little corner right here, once we terraform this and make this a beautiful river, this is going to allow us to build like a cliff on this side, which is going to have a gorge design, which is going to be really sweet. So we're going to have this like tight river going through there amongst all the rock, and I think that's going to look really, really nice. So let's fly down to this corner over here, and this is one of the areas that I've brought down the land a bit to about 70, which will make it a little easier for us to get by. Now this is when I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move it to 75. Actually, I'm gonna push it to 75 because I just couldn't take out any more land. Like, I gotta get building. I've got the builder's itch beyond any itch imaginable, of a passion of 1,000 scar itches. I really want to build, and so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna move it up, and it's gonna make it one step closer to getting the build. So that's gonna be kind of amazing. So let's fly back over there. And by the way, there's a flower forest over here. Is there anything I could do with a flower forest? Is there anything cool? Maybe a farm or two. Maybe we can get one of the wizards on the server to help me with that. Be kind of nice to have some flowers, right? Get a little extra dye going on. Nope. Decided once nighttime comes, you can't. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Oh boy, get away from that. You just can't fly anymore, you know? Once night times and the sun sets and the moon rises from the, shoot, where's the moon rise again from? The east, right? I feel so bad right now that I don't know what that is. I know what it is. It's hard for me right now. Okay, I've died a lot, guys. By the way, I died again by a creeper, as you can see, 54 deaths. That's a thing. So right here is where we're gonna start. We're at 75, so this block right there, we're gonna start taking this all the way around, and we're gonna make an entire circle, which is, of course, is going to be the perimeter of the city, and of course, the future of the monorail, which is going to be absolutely amazing. You wonder why it takes so many deaths? Look at this. Look at this. Within minutes, I'm completely surrounded. Completely surrounded. It's a hard life out there, my friends. It's a hard life. Nope, still can't fly. Ooh, I can. Ooh, I take that all back. I take it all back. I take it all back. Anyway, guys, it's time to hit super fast circle mode one more time and complete our entire perimeter of our base, which will eventually be Scarlandia. end of super fast circle mode. And as you can see, we have the perimeter of the monorail track assembled and ready to go. So looking down below, you can see the little dirt pillars here and there. Now get close to your monitors so you can see this. And of course, that is going to be some of the roads where they're going to cross. And then in the very center, where our hobbit hole in the side of the mountain is, that of course is going to be our skyscraper that will reach for the stars. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So let's zip down here real quick and kind of take a look at this. This is quite a circle. This is such a big circle that the kind of website plots, like .uk or whatever it is that makes circles and spheres and things along those lines, this is too big for that one. I had to make this one manual, and it is precisely counted out, which I'm very proud of, actually. So I think this looks really, really, really cool. And I am super proud of at least the idea. This isn't really something to get super proud of at this point. Look at the big old circle. No, it's the idea. It's what I'm so excited to bring you guys. So like I said, we'll have the roads all assembled here and the skyscraper over there. Look, it's already skyscraper. Look, I'm already there. Hi guys. Anyway, this is going to be amazing. I'm so excited about this because, like I said, I really think it's going to be something incredibly different that we've never really built before. And that is just a full-on modern city with all the conveniences and things you'd expect from a proper modern and green city. So my friends, let's dive back into Scar and do a little fly around. Flying back down here, as you can see, I just am slightly shocked by how big this is going to be, because we're going to need to start, like I said, filling it up with roads and different things along those lines. And of course, what we're going to use for roads for this particular project is concrete. And we're going to need a ton of sand. And of course, we're going to need some dyes and different things along those lines, which is going to definitely take a long time to build and to get ready. So I've definitely got to get to that. And yeah, so this was an interesting episode. We cut down a forest, we brought down a mountain, and assembled a circle, and also died more times than I can count. I don't know how many times we died, actually. Maybe 6 times, something along those lines. Maybe you guys could let me know. I feel like the comment of the episode is RIP Scar. That's right. In the comments, go hashtag RIP Scar in the comments. If I see you do that, I know you're a true and super awesome Scar. So there we go, my friends. It is time for me to get busy to my next phase, and that, of course, is to go harvest the materials needed for this rest of the build. And yeah, so until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos are the rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.